Welcome to TradeTheNBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 13th. Well, the other day we popped up above the 76% on the ES and then finished at the bottom side of it. That created a little bit of a drawdown here from the NBI reading on the magenta, as well as causing the yellow to fall below. So we also saw a little bit of a short increase here from the white, still a little bit low for serious negativity on that, but nonetheless, change. DOC starting to turn much more positive. So it's more like a holding pattern here until we get that final push towards the upside. And having an increase in short interest definitely will help for that. Unless it becomes overwhelming, in which case you look at the NASDAQ and it's a bit more severe, dipping below the 76%, coming right back above it at this particular pre-market setup currently. But it's significant because we've got DOC in that operating just the opposite here. It's fading red in that. So NASDAQ certainly expressing much more weakness than the S&P at this particular stage. And it's probably going to take a turnaround there to help drive the S&P up to its 100%, even though the NASDAQ's already hit it from before when it had the rising gold had just started back then. And so a little bit of differential there between the two markets. And I think that's going to create a little bit of back and forth until that gets stabilized. And of course, the little dip caused flight into treasuries, which reducing the yields lightly, but still suggesting that rates have peaked as far as the market's concerned. Interestingly enough, we haven't heard that from the Fed, and so it's the same old story, but it's worth repeating because it becomes significant, particularly as we saw wage growth really decline in the recent quarters. So that's helpful from an inflationary standpoint. So the market, at least from the bond market, they may be on the correct side of it, and as always, the Fed a little bit late. Oil reaching peak level here for this midterm range, so that's going to put additional pressures. So you get this back and forth, and that's what we're dealing with right now. And I think that's just what has created a lot of the uncertainty. But certainly, gold doing exactly as expected, and we would expect that obviously is impacting euro, just like we talked about, continued decline within the dollar, as well as your rise in bitcoins and that. And you can see ETH made an outside move because it caught up to where Bitcoin had done before. And of course, TS doing its usual thing to me. As always, though, look for me in the Skype chat. Trade well.